Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're a pet owner, you already know how much our furry friends can cost. But did you know that in certain cases, you can actually deduct some of those expenses on your taxes? That's right. Today, we're diving into 3 possible ways to legally deduct the costs for your dog, cat, or any other animal. So let's break it down step by step and see if you qualify to save some money this tax season. Before we start, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications for more tax tips and strategies. Let's start with the first way you might be able to write off your pet expenses: medical deductions. If your pet is being used to assist with a medical condition or disability, you could potentially deduct the costs as a medical expense. For example, if you have a guide dog, a hearing dog, or any other type of service animal that's trained to assist with a specific condition, then expenses like food, training, and vet care can be deductible. Use the animal primarily for medical care. You must have the animal mainly for medical reasons. Expenses wouldn't be incurred without the medical condition. These costs wouldn't exist if not for the medical issue. And here's a lesser-known fact. Emotional support animals can also qualify as a deductible medical expense if they're recommended by a licensed healthcare provider to help treat a mental or emotional condition. But they don't count as service animals unless they perform a specific task. Make sure to keep thorough documentation, like a letter from your doctor outlining the necessity of the animal and records of related expenses. The key here is to have strong proof that the animal is part of your medical treatment plan. Now let's talk about business deductions. Did you know that you could deduct your pet's expenses if they serve a legitimate business purpose? This applies to animals used for guarding your business premises or even pest control. For example, guard dogs are a common business deduction, especially if they're used to protect valuable inventory or equipment. If you own a business, costs like training, food, and vet bills can be written off. Just be sure your dog is of an appropriate breed for security, like a German Shepherd or Rottweiler. But it's not just dogs. The IRS once allowed a deduction for a cat's expenses in a junkyard. That's right. A business was able to deduct costs for a feral cat colony because the cats helped keep snakes and rats away from the property. Remember to document everything: what the animal does, how much time they spend on business tasks, and even keep records showing their training. For dual-purpose animals, like a guard dog that's also a family pet, you can only deduct the business portion of the expenses. The last way to potentially deduct your pet's expenses is through a charitable deduction. If you foster animals on behalf of a recognized 501c3 organization, you can deduct the cost of food, vet bills, and other supplies. For example, a tax court case allowed a woman to deduct more than $12,000 in expenses for fostering feral cats for a charity focused on neutering and releasing wild cats. She kept meticulous records of her expenses, stayed in close contact with the charity, and was able to prove that the costs were directly related to her fostering duties. But here's the catch. You must be fostering on behalf of a registered nonprofit. That means doing it on your own won't qualify. Make sure the organization is IRS recognized and keep all receipts and an acknowledgement letter from the charity if your expenses exceed $250. All right, so to wrap it all up, here are the 3 ways you might be able to deduct your pet expenses. 1. Medical deduction. If your pet is a service animal or prescribed for emotional support. 2. Business deduction. If your pet is serving a legitimate business purpose like guarding or pest control. 3. Charitable deduction. If you're fostering animals for a registered 501c3 charity. And remember, documentation is key. Always keep receipts, logs of the animal's activities, and any letters or recommendations from professionals to back up your claim. So are your pets just a lovable expense, or could they actually save you money on your taxes? I hope this video helps you better understand how to make the most of your tax situation. If you enjoyed this content, please like the video, share it with fellow pet owners, and comment below if you have any questions. See you next time!